Hello again, YouTube. This is Dave Gets Dollars, where I give you insight from my area expertise, one of my areas of expertise, which is dashing, delivering Ubereats, Instacart, Grubhub, you name it, I do it. This is like a trade. People can say what they want, like far as how people try to act as if you're losing at life when you do Uber and Grubhub, and this just ain't the case. Because I guarantee you, if you compare earnings with a lot of these people who think this way, they are gonna come up short against you, especially if you're full time. Especially if you're full time. Now, we don't worry about them though. We don't worry about them. We just keep on doing what we do, and that's get this money. A lot of people making $1,000 a week, $1,500 a week, $1,700 a week. I talk to people all the time. This up there, $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, just from delivery, just from the gig. If this wasn't the case, we wouldn't fill out a 1099. If this wasn't the case, we wouldn't have states trying to put limitations on the industry. The industry is making money, both the delivery personnel and those who own these companies. And it's a reason, because it's so convenient. It's so convenient. Like, it's worth it. My family, we Doordash all the time. My son, my wife, they Doordash and do Instacart all the time because it's convenient. It's convenient. So we ain't gonna worry about that. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I want to get on my subject matter today, which is the apps crashing. How to troubleshoot when your app crashes. How to troubleshoot when your app crashes. Now, DoorDash, Uber, they all tell you the same thing. What I would say is the app that crashes the least would be Grubhub. Out of the four, Instacart, Ubereats, DoorDash, Grubhub crashes the least. But what Uber tells you and what DoorDash tells you is to uninstall the app, reinstall it, and restart it. But I'm going to show you some things that I learned that work. It's basic. It's easy. Number one, when your app begins to malfunction, call support immediately. Just in case it's on their end, which a lot of times it is. Call support. I ain't going to tell you which one, but one of them crashed today. And I called support, and support was walking me through it. What they were saying did not work, but the fact that they knew that there was a problem, they were able to fix the issue on their end, which I had delivered an order 15 minutes before that, and I had another order that I needed to deliver that I had to cancel. Well, they paid me for both because they knew that wasn't my fault that I didn't deliver it. I said, well, I need to cancel the other one. They paid me for both. I did what they said, but another thing that you can do is, like, when your app begins to malfunction, push those buttons as if it's not malfunctioning. Like as if you're doing orders. Sometimes, I don't know how, but that works for me. Like on Uber Eats, they won't let me go online. I just keep pushing the button. And sometimes with Uber Eats, they just want to be first on your screen, and then they'll let it work normally again. with DoorDash, you don't always have to uninstall. Like sometimes you can log out for like, I would say about 10 seconds, then put your password in, log back in, and sometimes it'll work. If that doesn't work, sometimes you can just pause, unpause, pause again. Like it's weird like how this stuff works. That works sometimes for me. Like immediately, like I've done that and immediately it like stops the hesitation in the app. But the number one thing is you want to call support immediately before you do anything. And try what they say, but there's certain things that I do that work that they don't tell you. Like sometimes I do uninstall the app, but sometimes I'll just log out, log back in. Sometimes I'll just keep pushing the button and eventually it'll work. And sometimes, like, you do have to uninstall. You do have to log out. It just depends on how bad the problem is. But the number one thing, again, so there you have it. And another thing I want to stress, like all of you fellow dashers, listen, so they won't do no strange things to kind of turn this into a job. Just try to do a couple charitable deliveries. $3, $4. Just do like one or two. I did my 2 today. Pay my debt to society. I did 2 charity deliveries with no tip. Just try to make sure you're doing that. And again, like far as troubleshooting, call support, go online and act as if it's working. Like try to swipe, try to if you can't swipe, then put it on pause and unpause it like maybe 3 or 4 times. Sometimes that works. If that doesn't work, then you may have to uninstall. Install again, and then hold the button on your phone just long enough for it to reboot, and then go back on there. Normally it works. Instacart, when their app crashes, there's nothing you can do but call support. Because when their app crashes, you'll just see the circle going around like this. Nothing you can do. So just try that and let me know in the comments if it works. Like with DoorDash, try to swipe, try to put the order through. Like let's say you're on a delivery, and let's say they didn't come to the door, but it's handed to the customer, and you have to go through the whole process of calling or texting, taking a photo, but your app is crashing. So what I do in those situations is I'll say handed it to the customer, but then I'll put a note in there so DoorDash won't be able to say I'm lying, that I had an app failure and I left the order on the porch at the customer's request. I had one of those today. The app wasn't working. It wasn't letting me take photo. The customer wasn't even at home. I got there too fast. Like it was 5:04. The order wasn't due there till 5:30. So I was able to contact the customer. She answered and said, just leave it on the porch. But when I put it through the DoorDash, I handed it to the customer, but I left a note saying that I left it on the porch at the customer's request. And always do these things in front of the residence or the business. Then that way DoorDash can look on the map and see that you were there. I got out of a couple false reports this way, so I know. I didn't leave the guy's house until I put the order through. Tried to say I didn't give it to him, and that didn't work. This is Dave Gets Dollars. The video is getting kind of long, and the storage on my phone is kind of short. Like, share, and subscribe. Get that money.